exercising self-control on a daily basis prevents us from being dominated by any of our desires. So Jesus and our idols. So notice the pattern. The same as with the rich young ruler who comes to him. Notice the pattern. He comes looking just like we come looking for eternal life. Show me the way, Lord. Please, just give me the neon sign. I will follow you. Make it like paint glow-in-the-dark strips like on the ground. I will follow you. I won't derail this at all. But I need to take my stuff with me. And we start showing up with our bags and our suitcases. We say, as long as I can carry it under my own strength, Lord, like, please just let me bring it with me. But we have to choose. We have to choose Jesus or the idol. We can't have both. And again, it's the willingness to let go of that idol that allows Jesus to take the appropriate place in our life. So we choose Jesus or we choose to walk away sad because we know that there's something we love more. Jesus didn't make this guy do anything. He told him the truth. Love never insists on its own way. Jesus is not saying, he didn't put this guy in a spiritual armbar. He just said, look, this is the only thing that allows you to enter into the kingdom of my Father. Let go of the things that are going to hold you back in this world. Anything we give up begrudgingly or already looking for a way to get back into our possession or back into our lives, we have not given up at all. We haven't done it freely. We haven't done it joyfully. It's unfortunate to know how many people ask this same question and have the same response because of one thing or two things that are so small, so temporary, so pointless in our lives, but we hold them so dearly. We easily go back to our enslavement. So let's look at some of the things we won't give up. Now, I'm going to put this in two different categories. There's obvious and less obvious things. So when we talk about the things we won't give up or the things we're addicted to, these are the things like the obvious that points to all of us. Why? Because they're real, because they're dangerous, because our society has said, we recognize the danger in doing any of these things. We still find a way to justify them and give ourselves permission. Now, I can't tell you nobody can drink, right? Bible makes it a very optional thing. But drinking to the point where you need it, drinking to the point where you're unwilling to give it up, different story. We are told not to do that. We're instructed very clearly, you cannot be filled with the spirits and the Spirit. So drinking, smoking, these things go hand in hand, like the combination of all drugs out there, the things that alter your mind and abuse your body, those things that destroy you from the inside, the things that cause you to alter your mind at a certain level, these things are regarded within the Bible as sorcery, as manipulation, an attempt to change the things within. We're supposed to be renewing our mind, not destroying it, not allowing other things to take over and influence it. So drinking, smoking, gambling, no matter how good you think you are, gambling is a dangerous place to be. It's a dangerous practice. But it's extremely rewarding in the mind and the body, the dopamine that hits when you win. Maybe I've shared it with you guys before. I had one of my kids, they told me how they had a rainy day at school. I think they were in like 4th or 5th grade. And basically like they wanted to know how to continue to gamble. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, well, we had a rainy day. We couldn't go outside and play, so we played cards, and I beat everybody at poker or whatever they were playing. And I'm like, the most dangerous thing we can do in some of these things is to win or to survive the first venture into them. To not have a bad trip and think that you just continue to do that. To not get addicted the first time you smoked and just continue to do so. To win at gambling and think that somehow you're in charge of your own destiny in that realm. And then the sexual, that is good and beneficial within the confines of a healthy monogamous marriage between an original man and an original woman. That's the only construct we have as Christians where it's beneficial. But even in the relationship between a husband and wife in marriage, we can corrupt this thing. It's the easiest thing to let the body take over and abuse what's meant for beauty and for bonding and for healthy relationship. We can destroy a marriage, man and woman, expecting something else from the person who has given themselves over to us for the rest of their lives. It's a dangerous thing, not to mention all the other things that are influencing us. I just want to share some statistics real quick. So on average, out of 100 adults, and I'm assuming this metric is in the U.S., 10 to 15 struggle with alcohol addiction. 8 to 12 struggle with drug addiction. I feel like that's got to be way higher than that. 15 to 25 struggle with nicotine addiction. 1 in 3 struggle with gambling. 3 in 6 struggle with compulsive sexual behavior. And 60 to 80% of men report viewing pornography on a semi-regular basis. Maybe that's surprising, maybe that's shocking, maybe that's what you expect of men. I think it's ridiculous. The unfortunate part is when I see these kind of surveys about Christians, the amount of pastors or religious leaders that say they're doing this, like they immediately disqualify themselves when they're behaving in this way. Maybe that's why there's a sickness within the churches, because we say, well, that person's a pastor and they struggle with that. Person who's a pastor and struggling with that should remove themselves and get it right. They should exercise some fruit of the Spirit and get right with the Lord.